Hey guys, it's so good to be doing the devotionals again today. We have been doing a series called Mastermind by Craig Groeschel. It's an amazing series. I recommend you go and try and watch the whole thing. Yeah, it's very inspiring and very thought-provoking. Let's jump right into it. So we've done part one with Les, and that was all about the neural pathways in your brain and the sciences of it all. And we did part two with Roy, where he was explaining how your thoughts matter so much. And like as Craig Groeschel says, your life will always move in the direction of your strongest thoughts. So your thoughts play such a huge important role in your life. It's I can actually say it is your life, because what you think you are, what you think you are. Yeah. So today we'll be talking about reframing your mind and how to take a negative thought and reframe it, put it in a good thought. You know, make it a good thought, make a good neural pathway, make that good thought strong. Excuse me. Yeah. So what happens when we have a thought is normally each individual has a mental filter. And that filter will filter through the information your brain is getting to your perspective. And your perspective is on what your life experiences are and how you perceive things and what you've been taught in life and what you've been told and what the lies and that's your filter. So say for example I've got two ladies. They both love roses. There's a rose there. The rose dies. The one is so happy. So now I can keep this rose forever. I'm going to put it in my Bible. I'm going to keep this rose forever. And I can make potpourri. I can draw the rose. It can become an art project. She's ecstatic, you know. She can now, this is a very good thing for her. But another lady can look at the rose and go, oh, this is so sad. My rose died, you know. I was going to put it on my dining room table. What good is this rose to me now? I must just throw it away. But that's all. It's not to say either of the ladies were wrong, but their perspectives were very different. Because maybe the lady with a negative attitude was never taught about potpourri, or maybe she was never had the courage to draw a picture. So she automatically went to the negativity of it all. So that's our different filters. So what we must do, we must try and see the factual whole picture, but we must not only look at the bad of the picture. We must try and reframe it. We must reframe it to look at the good parts of the picture as well and see the bigger picture, because it's all still the same. Say take Apostle Paul, for example, in Philippines. That is on my Bible. Philippines 1 verse 12 to 14. It says, "But I want you to know, brothers, that the things which happened to me have resulted in advancing the gospel, so that my imprisonment in Christ have become known throughout the entire palace guard and to all the rest. And a great many of the brothers in the Lord, having become confident because of my incarcerations, have dared to speak the word without fear." So let me explain that now. So Paul, all he wanted to do was go and preach the gospel in Rome. He wanted to preach the gospel. That he said, God, please let me go and preach the gospel in Rome. That was his mission. So what happens? He ends up going to Rome, but he's not on the streets or in the temples preaching the gospel. He's in prison. But he didn't look at that situation and go, woe is me, I'm in prison, and now I can't do anything. I'm just going to sit here and wait for somebody, or, there's no point. My life is not going the way I wanted to. He took that and he said, no, wait a minute. I'm actually in the best position. Now I can talk to the gods, the Roman gods that were watching him. Now I can preach the gospel for hours on end. No one can tell me to keep quiet. And those gods can go back and spread the gospel. And that stirred up the gospel in Rome. And that was from a prison. And he rejoiced in being there, because he knew that his work, his ultimate work that he wanted to do, was being done from there. So he could have made that whole situation a terrible situation, but it worked out for him, for the best, for the gospel, for his mission, and for so many people's lives that he saved while he spoke the word. So it's quite amazing how our perspectives can influence our thoughts. The filters can influence our thoughts, and we can believe the lies, which we need to change our filters. We need to take that filter and we need to say, okay, you know what? I do not want to see it through this filter anymore. Let me be open-minded, but be open-minded in Christ. Let me ask Christ to show me, to change my filter, put a new filter in. I just thought of a car filter, I don't know. But put a new filter in. Just change my filter, change my perspective. Give me the wisdom, the courage, the sight of a compassionate person and of a person that sees the good in everything. Now, Craig Groeschel had a very nice way of illustrating of how to reframe our thoughts. So what he did was he had a big picture, awesome picture, and in the corner was a very dark, thunderstormy like scene, but it's one big picture. It's part of one big scene. And in the top there was a scene with beautiful sun shining through and a bright light, but it's all the same picture. But then he took a frame. So I'm just going to use one of my little art books to show you. So he took a frame. I hope I can do this. You see, now if you look at that part of the picture, doesn't look good, eh? It's all mucky and you can't really see. It's not really that good, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a good day. You know, it's kind of like, no, I wouldn't like to go there. But then you see, if you move the frame, if you move the picture, it's actually quite a beautiful picture. That is the whole fact, not this. But if you move the frame to say there, can you see it? You see a beautiful flower, you see lilies, you see clear water, but it's the same pond. It's the same picture. So choose where you want to see the picture from. Choose your frame. Choose the part you want to look at. Look for God's goodness in everything. Because when he's working here in the dark, muddy waters, he's also working here in the bright blue ones. Okay. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you get what I'm trying to say. Have an awesome day. Thank you.